Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in the Pagan Perspective. This week we're talking about spirituality versus religious tradition. I'm sorry, I have a little pooch right here that wants my attention. So, this week's topic comes from Mr. Abhain. Thank you for asking yet another question. Questions are always welcome. Mr. Abhain asks, I'm curious what the hosts think about spirituality subverting or overtaking religion/tradition. By traditions, I mean formalized systems such as initiary Wicca in the modern pagan movement. I'm going to stop there because there's more to it, and I'll get to that hopefully before the battery runs out and I run out of room on my SD card, and that's Coda trying to catch one of the cats. So, spirituality versus religious, traditional Wicca. So, me personally, and from what I've seen from a lot of people, especially like my friends and such, the reason that they come into a Wicca type setting or a pagan setting in general is and why they're more enlightened to come to their own path within any spirituality is because they're tired of a set religious tradition, normally Christianity. They're tired of it, telling them this is how you have to act, this is how you have to do everything, and if you don't do it that way, then there are dire consequences. Okay, they're tired of people saying this is how you have to do it. Now, people like me, I would have liked somebody who has been on my path to say, this is generally how people say things work for them. I would have loved that, because that would have given me somebody to go to with questions and some way of, taking my path on a solid way that I can, get things done in my path and not hit a whole bunch of speed bumps. It's a rocky path, but still it's a path that's a lot smoother than going, oh, I want to try this, I want to try this, I want to try this, and not really getting anywhere because your focus is not on one specific thing, it's all over the place. So a traditional setting with a lot of, hey, this is how we do things, but feel free to borrow from other religions as you so need. Just don't try to focus on too many things at once. I think that would work out a lot better for me whenever I first started out. So, is spirituality necessarily taking over traditional Wicca? Kind of, yes, but I don't think it will totally overtake it. But I think if we meld the two together, I think we have a recipe for success. So, moving on. With spirituality, people have great personal freedoms and can take from a plethora of sources the techniques that suit themselves, but they also change the formula that the traditional system has developed. They also open themselves to what I see as endless spiral of consumerism from the more new agey side of paganism. Thoughts and ideas. I totally see people, and it happens a lot, people that are interested in all types of spiritual traditions, they go out and they buy everything. They'll buy out a whole store if they think it's cool, or if they think it will help them in their spiritual path at all sometime down the road even. I myself have been a victim to this, and you hear everybody on YouTube say, don't go out and buy everything that you want all at once. Don't buy all your working tools at once. Don't do this. Don't do that. And as much as I thought, oh, okay, this is for somebody else, oh my gosh, I should have listened to them. The money I could have saved. I mean, I still have nice things, but do I necessarily use my Athame all the time? Not as much as I should. Do I use my wand all the time? A lot more than I thought I would. So, I mean, one gets used more than the other. Should I have bought the Athame? Probably not. I could have probably done without. The wand, on the other hand, love my wand. Other things like, do I really need 5 bundles of white sage at all times? No, not really. That's just me being excessive compulsive. Stuff like that. No, I don't really have 5 bundles of sage. It's more like 3. But you get the point. I buy herbs and everything, and I know eventually I'm going to use them, but they do have a shelf life, so I need to use them quickly. Stuff like that you buy and you say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna use these," and then you never end up using them. Probably should think a little bit more before you buy stuff. So and that's where the traditional part comes back in. I wish I had somebody there that made me accountable, made me make my first tools and use them to see how they work for me and how I like to use a wand or an Athame and which one I would prefer, and then eventually go out and shop around and buy the one that fits me best. So I would think that a traditional setting would have been a lot more beneficial to me as somebody just starting out, rather than going out buying everything I think I need and then being in the hole as far as money. So is there an up boost in new agey consumerism? Of course. It's because they don't have somebody sitting there telling them, don't buy this because you're going to make it and you're going to like the one you make a lot more. And if you don't like the one you make but you still like using it as the tool itself, then go out and buy the nice flashy looking one. After you know that you're going to use it. So could they have melded together the spirituality and traditional? If they melded together, boy, what a recipe for success. Make your own tools and stuff like that. Keep some traditions, but don't put it in this is the way it has to be every single time type of setting, because that's not really what a lot of people are looking for in Wicca or any type of paganism, from what I've seen and from the people I've talked to. So my SD card is almost out of recording time. My battery is getting low, so I'm going to wrap this up, try to edit and post and all this other stuff until April, when I'll see you guys again, because next week is Subs Week. May you have a great day and a better tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that.